Strengthening Faith 30. In a narration found in Sunan Abu Dawood, number 4606, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, warned that any matter which is not based on Islam will be rejected. If Muslims desire lasting success in both worldly and religious matters, they must strictly adhere to the teachings of the Holy Quran and the traditions of the Holy Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. Even though certain actions which are not directly taken from these two sources of guidance can still be considered righteous deeds, it is important to prioritize these two sources of guidance over all else. In truth, the more one acts on things which are not taken from these two sources, even if they are righteous deeds, the less they will act on these two sources of guidance. An obvious example is how many Muslims have adopted cultural practices into their lives which do not have a foundation in these two sources of guidance. Even if these cultural practices are not sins, they have preoccupied Muslims from learning and acting on these two sources of guidance, as they feel satisfied with their behavior. This leads to ignorance of the two sources of guidance, which in turn will only lead to misguidance. This is why a Muslim must learn and act on these two sources of guidance, which have been established by the leaders of guidance, and only then act on other voluntary righteous deeds if they have the time and energy to do so. But if they choose ignorance and fabricated practices, even if they are not sins, over learning and acting on these two sources of guidance, they will not achieve success. Finally, when one persists on doing deeds that are not directly connected to the two sources of guidance, due to ignorance, they will easily fall into practices and beliefs which contradict established Islamic knowledge. This takes the Muslim down the path of sins and misguidance while they think they are rightly guided. The one who knows they are lost is likely to accept and alter their direction when advised to by others. But the one who thinks they are on the correct path is highly unlikely to alter and correct their direction, even when they are warned by others who possess knowledge and clear evidence. The only way to avoid this outcome is to strive to gain and act on the knowledge found in the two sources of guidance, and avoid other actions, even if they appear to be good deeds.